David Redkey joining us today. Hello, David.
Hi, David. Good to see you. Happy New Year, my friend. Here, lean on into that if you don't mind.
Pretend it's a radio show.
Yeah. Thank you.
So you're running for Congress.
Yes, I am.
As a Democrat in Congressional District 1, which is the Schweiker. I got to make sure I pronounce. The other day he was a guest here, and I left out the H. I was like, Schweikert. No.
Schweikert.
Why did you decide you wanted to run? What do you think you can offer people in CD1?
The reason why I decided to run is because I believe I have this idea of what I call foundation economics, which is focusing on the working class and middle class that has been forgotten for so long. If you look back at the 40s and the 50s after World War II, that's where the actual middle class really developed in the United States. And I think we need to focus on that again, because my personal philosophy is the worth of any place, any country, any society is measured not by the top, how the people are performing at the top, but by the quality of life at the people at the bottom. If that is, if we forget about that, then we see vast inequality, wealth inequality, people suffering, and that's why I decided to put my hat in the ring.
So we have some information that says you're a certified teacher.
That's correct.
What have you taught, or what do you teach? Are you a current teacher?
I am. I have a teaching certificate. I'm not teaching this year because I wanted to focus on this.
Okay, good.
I teach English as well as I did U.S. history, and I focus mostly on rhetoric, on discussions, and basically message formation and how you can actually convince other people what you believe in.
Like critical thinking and persuasion. It says you're a husband and a father, and been here in Arizona for 4 decades. Share if you can with our viewers, what would you like people to know about your background and how that can help you lead in this role?
Okay. Well, I know what it's like to suffer because I used to live off of, when I was in fourth, all the way up until the middle of 6th grade, I used to live off of Van Buren out of hotels. So that instance, I know what it is to suffer. I know what it is to be like a family of 4 in a studio room that's probably like 50 feet by 50 feet, having to be crammed in there. So I know that experience.
What was that like for you?
As a child, I was it was in 5th grade. So I just played with my toys and stuff like that. We didn't really watch TV, but it was just being crammed in that room. You didn't really think about it until you get older, and then you look back at like things being different. It's like, at that time, it was just the way things were. But then as you move on, it's like, man, that's kind of sucked. So,
but you made it out.
it was just fortunate, just a fortunate turn of events, because my mother was basically, she got assistance from the state. We found an apartment, and basically, we lived off of, Mountain View 1301 East Mountain View Road. You used to live in this complex.
Yeah.
And I basically lived in what is CD1 almost my entire life, outside of, that time living on Van Buren for a couple of years, mostly within CD1 and basically in the Sunny Slope area. So,
I thought it was interesting, some of the points that you had marked down as key for you. This was prior to what happened this weekend with the removal of Nicolas Maduro, but you said the human rights issue with Venezuela. Tell us why.
Because I want to read a poem, if that's okay at some point. But the reason why I kind of have issue with Venezuela and what has happened with Nicolas Maduro, is that we are focusing on that, removing them. And the Democrats, the DSA, Democratic Socialists, are like, oh, that's wrong. But then they ignore what is happening in Palestine and what are happening to those people, the war crimes, and that's, basically happening, and it's on the news all the time, and they just kind of ignore that. And when I saw this poem that was written by at the time she wrote it in 2023, she was 9 years old, which is the same age as my son.
Okay.
I decided that, this is something I want to share, because as a father, that just filled me with so much like pain read what this little girl wrote. And it
By the way, we've got about 1 minute left before our break, so go ahead.
Okay, sorry. Eyes are for looking and seeing sun. Tongues are for greeting and saying fun. Legs are for walking slowly and also run. Hands are for shaking with friends, not for shooting gun. That's from
Oh, wow.
that's Fatema Saidam from Palestine. And yeah, that's an issue, but I also want to focus on the working class and middle class, make sure that we bring us back to that time where we had a middle class. It's been disappearing since I've been alive, since the 1980s. So, under trickle down. So, yeah.
All right, David, we appreciate your time this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so that was a chance. By the way, we have reached out to most of the people who are running for office in all the important elections that are coming up here. Congressional District 1. There are a lot of people running in that race.
I think 8.
Yeah.
8 or so, yeah.
Right.
Wanted to jump in
But
that
I'm
spot.
sure, David, you say probably something like, bring them on.
Yeah. Just have at them. Yeah.
There you go. All right. Well, we'll certainly be hearing from more as time goes on. But Celeste, can you believe it's already time for another break?
I can't believe it.
Yeah. Hold on a sec.
We still have a little bit of time, Ron.
I'm a minute ahead.
Yeah, but let's talk about this beautiful shot here with Sequoia Parks Conservancy.
Sure.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yeah.
David, thank you so much for your time again. That was David Redkey. He is running for CD1 here, and he is one of at least 8 candidates in the race. And so we're hoping to bring, as Ron mentioned, all of them on so that all of you can have a better idea of who you're voting for. This is a great platform for that.
Sure, it's long form.
It's long form. It lets them a chance for them to breathe.
Yeah, for sure.
And share kind of their mission.
And we're easy to talk to. By the way,
we won't make them cry.
I have been seeing reports that the